well on the ranch in the Mojave Desert. A lot's going on. I've decided I'm just going to sell 40 acres in the next day or two. And I posted a thing. I'm going to show it later. A little picture of a little video about the land. But if anyone wants to kind of join me, if you have some money, you want to invest, you want to buy 40 to 80 acres, I will show you how to live up here. It's pretty cool. And you won't have to ever worry about what your neighbors think, or if you if you're dressed appropriately, if your neighbor's not a concern up here. More like sunburn. Okay, so anyway, we will talk about that at some point. I want to talk about Melania. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, but Melania's thing with Epstein, I think, was brilliant. The I wanted to share a post about the reptilian, the the chemtrails, a theory about the chemtrails and reptiles, which I thought was quite interesting. A lot of things, about Iran, and I mean, not so much. I feel that things are, if not now, when, as Mr. Poole just posted, things are raring to go. I would be delighted, and I'm going to tell the story about my land, how I dealt with a normie lawyer today, and he was livid that I didn't just pay off my mortgage, and now I'm in this pickle. But you guys, I think, will understand my logic. The dinars, all this. I mean, everything seems to be gearing up for. Yeah, you okay? Yeah, for a very a big transformation. It's okay. Greetings from Connecticut. Not to worry about building. Yeah, you don't have to worry about building codes up here. you're not you're not going to worry about inspectors surprising you with well, your concrete should be another 4 inches deep. I mean, the creepazoids will be long gone. The Republic is being reinstituted. Yeah. Oh, thank you, baby. In Mojave County, I went to a meeting this morning. We had our first meeting post reading the preamble. We read the preamble 3 times on the courthouse steps, and then today we had just a meeting. We had a short meeting, and I got to tell you, man, this is just me, but I also did a meeting. It's a spectacular meeting today with a couple of friends from the Republic. I'm really struggling here. I mean, I haven't slept in a couple of nights because of the land and the deal and all that. And I'll go into that to some degree. I'm not going to really beat you guys up with it, but it's instructive because when you have to do something that really causes you grief, that's when you really have to force yourself to grow. So I think I've grown a bit through this process. My love for Danielle is, it grows when we go through things like this together, and my love for people in the Republic, and my love, just feeling love, a lot of love right now, even though I was struggling. My good friend Norman gave me I spoke to him, and he was just so reassuring. He just says, Ellie, just sell the damn land and get it, get move on. And he's so right, and it's so wonderful to have friends like that who understand. You don't have to explain everything. Hello from Wisconsin, Lynn Briard. Briard. My mother talks about she had a Briard dog back in World War II, and they drafted her dog. Actions being taken to be correct about the process. Right. Wobderful. Okay. Hey, Tess Castro, how you doing? Sounds interesting. Message me about the land. Yeah, I mean, if you're interested in the land, just contact me. But it's going to go quick. I'm going to sell it in the next day or two. So if you really want it, and you want to talk to me, and you have the money ready, and you can just, I just need a certain amount of money. I'll explain it all if you're really interested. And I'm going to show you a video. I'm going to show you how this whole thing really transformed me, and I think this is just instructive for how we can deal with things that are difficult, that seem difficult, but are really just big blessings in disguise. Brian Bess, he's coming out with a new coffee called New Morning. We're all very excited about it. I don't know if Brian's on right now, but hope you guys everyone's doing well. It's just an amazing world. I just we left the house early in the morning to get to this meeting. We met in a park in Kingman. The like really like five folks involved with resetting, with reestablishing, with re-inhabiting the republic in Mojave County. And we went through some the oh gosh, I'm not going to remember the name of the law, but the law that just came out and said that all these mandates, all these laws, the Department of Motor Vehicles, it's all nonsense. It's not kosher according to the Constitution. So when we re-inhabit the republic, we will be dealing with like regular stuff. Yeah. Okay. So I'm sorry. Forgive me. I will get to the news, but I want to relay some of the adventures we had today. And if it's getting to be too much, just like what I told Dr. Stacy when I came onto her channel, I said just those hooks they used to just give me the hook and take me off. But I just there's some things that I think were just so poignant in a respect. Like, for example, we finally, I forget what prompted us to do it. I finally decided to read the summons against me, to read the complaint. And I have till May 5th and all this other stuff. And so we went after we did our thing with the Mojave County Republic. I said, let's go to the court and we'll deal with it. And so I went to the court and I said, do you have this auction on file? And I was I was I encountered any number of absolutely beautiful people, but absolutely useless bureaucrats. They could not find this the auction date on the. I mean, I'm like, you're sitting there. This is your job. And they're nicest people, and they're like, I'm like, I want to fill out the papers. I want to contest this or whatever. They're like, well, you have to talk to the other person. And the other person said, you have to talk to the other person. And the other person said, you have to talk to the other person. I'm like, does anybody here know anything? They don't. These are useless bureaucrats that could be doing something better than this. They could be growing radishes. I had the most delicious spicy radish. After dinner, I collected a couple radishes from my garden, and I ate one, and it was spicier than eating a clove of garlic. It burned all the way down. It was delicious. So these people could be growing radishes. They could be doing something useful. Instead, they're sitting behind plexiglass at the courthouse. And if you ask them a question, they'll tell you who you should talk to get the answer. That's not called governance. That's called bureaucracy gone stupid. So anyway, the long and the short of it is, okay, I decided, let me talk to a lawyer. So I talked to this lawyer. There's no lawyers. There's no lawyers in Kingman right now. They're all, the one lawyer that was here retired. So now there's no lawyer. I mean, can you imagine a city without there are some lawyers, but they're basically not there. So I had to call in our other parts of Arizona. And you can make an appointment for $400 or $300 or $200. We'll come and talk to you for an hour, and we'll probably confuse you and not be able to give you any answers anymore. So I called a little more. I called another guy, and I actually got a lawyer on the phone. This guy was like, he was just so pissed at me. He's like, why didn't you pay the damn mortgage? Why didn't you just pay it? All you had was 6 months left on the mortgage. You could have paid it. You would have saved yourself at least like more like $15,000 worth of fines and everything else. He's like, what is wrong with you? And could I explain to him that I was, that I did explain to him that we bought a lot of we bought building materials. I bought a trailer. I bought all these things, not just to survive. I didn't buy fancy stuff. I bought windows for 25 bucks and this sort of thing. But he's just so frustrated. By the end, he just said, I can't talk to you anymore. He's like, go away. But how do you explain to a normie that I made a calculated risk because I stopped paying my mortgage thinking that when they finally catch up with me, the dinar will be revalued. XRP will be at the moon. I will have no problem. I'll just pay off whatever they want and la di da. That's it. But this is not something that because people like in the normal world they measure things in dollars and cents. It's like, well, this is going to cost you $15,000 more. I mean, why would you do that? I'm like, because it seemed like the right thing at the time. And no, the dinars didn't go where they may go tomorrow, they may go the next day, and they may not at all. But the point is that this experience really helped shape me and really move it in the next level in terms of understanding. I do not want to let go of I have to sell 40 to 80 acres, and I really don't want to do it. But I've come to understand, listen, man, I don't want to be homeless either. I have to pay, I have to deal with this mortgage situation. So I finally just broke down, and the lawyer was just like, you're fucked. I mean, that's basically what he said to me. He says, you can't do anything. If you don't have the money by May 5th, you might as well just, you're homeless. So I started sending out notices to people and this kind of thing, telling people I must sell. It's got to be quick. I'll make a deal. I'm not going to be making what I want to make, but it doesn't matter. As long as I can pay off this situation so I can keep my house, I'm happy and well. So you're rich compared to me, right? I feel rich. Listen, I love my life up here, but I just want to show you. I want to share the tape I made. I actually made this for my brother-in-law because I wanted to. He's a prepper, and I thought, you got this cabin in the Adirondacks. You got to deal with like 20 feet of snow every winter, and you can't even go up there, and your solar panels aren't for shit because you don't get sunshine. And that's something, by the way, I want to talk about the chemtrails and their relationship to the reptilian hordes. Let's hope they're not hordes, but the reptiles. I'm going to get to that in a minute, but let me just show you this little film. And again, if anybody really wants to come up here and stake a claim, make me an offer. I'll sell you either 40 to 80 acres, and I'll pay off my bill, and you'll be my neighbor. And I will, if you're interested, if you just want to hold on to the land as an investment, that's fine. I don't mind that. If you want to come up here, and I will teach whoever whoever gets it, if you want, I will teach you how to do what we've done, which is set up solar panels, build a house, dig a well. I know how to do all this, and you will never have to worry about not being properly dressed for in case the neighbors see you. You won't if you end up moving out here. I mean, if I was within half a mile of you, you would know it. I mean, everything's wide open. Let me just show you a quick video of the property that I'm selling. It's okay. Let's see if I can get this right. Okay, I'm going to show you a quick video. I had to post it on X in order to do this. Wait a minute. This is not the right way to do it. Okay, so let me go back to here and yeah. Okay, I'm going to show it to you in 1 minute. Side, and on this side it's also state land. It's really an amazing property, but you'd be bordered by actually not state land on this side. On this side there are neighbors, but on the far side the canyon goes into state land. So it's the land, the 80 acres is between those two roads, and I already have a garden. Let's see if I can show you the garden. I have a little. This is an abandoned property over there. That's not ours. I don't think that's ours. It could be. No, that's. I think that's an abandoned property. But yeah, up on this ridge, we have a campsite we already set up here, and it's got a couple of fruit trees um, and there's also water. I mean, we've had it scoped out. You could drill a well pretty easily. It would take a little work, but you could do it. Okay, so that I just wanted to share that that little clip that I made of okay, stop sharing, right? Of the land. It's canyon. If you're into prospecting, that's the place you want to get. So, I'm just saying I'm not no pressure, but if there's anyone who really connects to this and has, a certain amount of capital where they because I need it quick. I need to make this deal real fast. I'll probably make it tomorrow or Saturday or certainly by Monday it'll be gone. So if you really if you say I got to have that, it's not for everyone. It's we live in the desert, but it has a kind of stark beauty that and you're surrounded by state land there. It's all mountains up here and you could see forever. So anyway, if anyone's interested, let me know. Just send me a Gmail, kabbalahguru at gmail.com, KABBALAH, and make me an offer and we'll figure it out. All right. So, but okay. So the lawyer flipped out. He's like, what's wrong with you? It's hard to explain to people that I don't go by like regular kinds of, regular stuff. Rich telling the poor. Yeah. Is that always the same? Yeah. Rich telling, is this, oh, is this, I don't know. I don't know if that, I smoke weed and see. Okay. Yeah. All right, man. I got one. Yeah. Okay, good. Um, got it. Got it. Okay. So I hope okay, let's just get this guy. Okay, so that guy's gone. I might have X'd somebody off by accident. I was getting a troll, but I might have gotten some. Maybe he's not a troll. He'll let me know. But it seemed like it. So Tony needs. Yeah. I got you. Okay. So anyway, you were doing things Republic. Yay. Yeah. We've got it going, man. It's happening in Mojave County, and this is where the government is going to be heaviest, is locally. This big flatulent, national government with all this fraud and it's all going to be gone, and the good people will be living in a divine way. I won't have to. You won't have to do real estate deals like I do. You won't have anything like that. You won't have to deal with inspectors or anything like that. The whole world is going to be transformed in a very short matter of time. It's all being planned. The XRP will of course be the rails that the economy will run on. We won't have. We will have like. I think we will be patriotic in the sense that we will be proud belongers to countries, but to states. In terms of our citizenship, according to Kelby Smith, who I'm going to be speaking with tomorrow, that there is no he says there's no national sovereign citizenship type thing. I don't know. I don't want to disrespect the memory of David Lester Straight, though I think he's probably still alive. But that the founders were state citizens. So I'm a citizen of Arizona. And that's where we will achieve the kind of freedom that we've been deprived of by this corporate entity, this United States of America. Will be the United States for America. I mean, we did a I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States for America. Yeah, yeah. The corporate mess. They play with our language, but they're gone. They're being roasted and toasted. And Melania was absolutely brilliant today. She smacked down these the libtards that were apparently associating her with Jeffrey Epstein, which is ludicrous. My dearest Daniela put something in my coffee that I'm required to drink within a half hour. I mean, she's very Masuderdick. She's very, if something says you're supposed to do it in a half hour, she's very strict about that kind of thing. And I love, I love her, so I'm okay. We're both special needs together. We both have our little issues. Anyway, so but Nachum said to me, he says, Ellie, he says, you just got to just sell the land and just get it out of your, you need to have a life. I need to sleep at night. The thought of losing the whole thing does not sit well with me. So but also, let somebody else have some land. And anyway, okay, so let's now, I'm going to let's go to the thought stream a bit and just check it out. I'm going to check out my stream in particular. Let's see if we'll go to here, and then I'm going to enlarge it for a minute, but I'm going to come back. I'm going to de-large so that I can see, because I can't see let's see. I can't see the chats. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Hold on. Okay. Now I can see the chats. All right, let's try that again. We'll keep the chats. Okay. Wait, what happened here? It's got a funky thing on it. What happened? I can't share now? You're kidding me. Okay, stop sharing. Okay, now I can share. All right, so let's go back to this post, to this stream, the thought stream, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. All right, so let's just go with this. So you saw my canyon. That's my canyon. If you like to prospect, the wash at the bottom of the canyon is prime for panning, gold panning. All awakened ones are digital warriors. We stand unbreakable in the shadows of the matrix, eyes wide open, spirits on fire. No chain can bind us, no illusion can fool us. We hack the system with truth, strike with clarity, and rise with unstoppable power. All right, so that's a really cool little movie that you may want to watch. You can come to my thought stream on X. It's called eWebstar13, and you could see the things that I find interesting. The Epstein affair is not going away. This is from General Mike Flynn. I don't know. I've heard a lot of things from Ariel. Ariel says Mike Flynn is not the great dude but I don't know. I'm not qualified to really make an opinion on that. But our First Lady Melania Trump just said, and rightly so, what the entire country has been thinking. Epstein was not alone. Every powerful person who thinks their name is buried in a sealed file should be very uncomfortable right now. All right. And she gave just such a poised, beautiful speech. And she just said, I had nothing to do with Epstein. And the liberals have no shame. They perpetrated the January 6th thing against us. They pretended these people are shameless. And now CNN is owned by one of Trump's buddies. So remember, just as CNN and these mainstream media charlatans sucked us into vaccine mandates and all kinds of insanity around January 6th and the stolen election of 2020, the same system will be debunking all these things now that it's owned by, the karma in this is spectacular. The orchestration of the plan by the white hats is stunning. It's absolutely stunning. The way they work these things out. That's why I've been saying for a long time. I don't think we're going to have a an EBS. In maybe they could be small EBSs, but I just think the orchestration of the plan is so well timed and so well thought out and so military in its execution and perfection that the idea of great trials and tribulations, I hear a lot of people are talking about, there's going to be a moment, there's going to be an event. Well, there may not be. This may be the event. What we're going through now could very well be. We are in the storm. We are in this release of information, and now we're finding out that all these people like Tucker Carlson and Greenie or whatever her name is, Megan MSG, whatever her name is, all these people were fraudulent. And so if you're still following the news in terms of people, places, and things, and trying to figure out, well, what's really happening here, you're not gonna have a good time. You're gonna have a lousy days, and eventually you're just gonna say, you know what? I don't know what's going on. Neither does anybody else. And I see some of these podcasters. They're like, well, this happened, and this obviously, I'm less like, how do you're an idiot. You're telling people you actually know what's going on in that sense. I like to think of things more kind of like kaleidoscopic. Like there's there's a lot of blues right now. I mean, this is interesting. 3 more minutes in the hockey game. I'll be back. All right, Mommy Wolverine. Yeah, lovely Melania. Absolutely. How much do you need? Yeah, I don't want to say that like publicly, but it's not really that much money. And when you think of mortgages and stuff, we're talking about. I mean, should I say it? Because if somebody wants to buy the property, I don't know if I would be open to some kind of give and take on that. So I don't want to say I don't want to I don't think I should really say, but I'll talk to you privately if you like. Do you understand what Melania just did? Right. So this is huge. Because now she has introduced the idea of the victims coming to Congress and explaining what went down and pointing fingers and naming names. This is a startling. I mean, if you thought oh well, what happened to the Epstein files? Well, it just never came out. They were just too powerful. Or you thought, well, Brian Armstrong is he just really doesn't like the crypto bill, and he's just thinking for himself. And this is all central casting, in my opinion. That's why I wouldn't spend 5 seconds listening to somebody tell me what's really going on right now. I mean, because we all could make that up, but it's just not. It's not even relevant, because what's going on is right here. That was clear to me in terms of this whole adventure of feeling like I'm going to lose the land, not being able to sleep at night, being terrified, thinking about it all the time. And then somehow, by working through all these dark spots, and this is how I believe you grow, by working through all these like dark feelings and not being able to sleep at night, and just feeling uncomfortable, and that this is where the growth occurs. And then when my friend Norman said, Ellie, just sell the damn land and you move on. I mean, it just resonated with me. I'm like, you're right, man. I've been thinking about this too much. It's like, I'll just sell it, and it's it. Goodbye, and I'll pay the guy off, and I'll live. If I have a new neighbor, it's not the end of the world. They're a mile away. I mean, I maybe I could identify you with the binoculars, but it just, anyway, there's a lot, there's a lot of space out here. Okay, so let's go to this. Now, this This is a stunning and important idea that I never thought of. But it is a very interesting. This comes from Jasper Truth. I hope I'm following him. I actually can't press on it. There, oh, there's show more. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing. I'm gonna put this on. No, no, no. Here. I'm gonna put, was it here? Yeah. Right. Okay, so I'm not gonna play this whole thing, but I am going to show this. And I wanna stop. Okay, the point that I want to share is, be okay, is this, and this is startling information in my opinion. Let's just go to, I'm gonna go here. Oh, I have to share this. I didn't share it. I hope I haven't been, the screen hasn't been black. Okay, let's go back where we're doing this together now. I'm going to go here so I can enlarge it a little bit. Be ready for what's coming. And now this is not to scare anyone, but this is to that we must constantly remember what we are fighting. We're not fighting Democrats. I mean, we are fighting Democrats, but we're not essentially, there's not a war on Democrats. It is a war against the sons and daughters of Cain, the cannibals, the killers, the child eaters. Okay, so be ready for what's coming. The demonic reptilian invasion is already here. They've been stealing our kids for forever, probably thousands of years, worshiping Moloch. Uh, what is it? Not Union Grove. It's the Grove, whatever, Bohemian Grove, right? They are not they are not being fed children anymore. Okay, think about this. Okay, because this is real, and this is something that most channels don't deal with. I mean, Charlie Freak deals with it. There are other people. There are Sirius B. There are people online that deal with this. But this is the heart of the problem. It's not about Joe Biden. I mean, let's be honest. It's a These people are servants of the reptilians, the demonic reptilians. And Charlie says we should feel sorry for them because they have to they have to donate people in their family to be eaten. Can you imagine? All right, so be ready for what's coming. The demonic reptilian invasion is already here, and they are not being fed children anymore, thanks to President Trump. So they're coming up to feed. They are demons, not aliens, and they are very hostile and hate mankind. That is why everyone is focused on the CGI rocket, getting mankind to look up and not down, to distract mankind. They want us looking up at the, I guess, and the chemtrails. This is interesting. The geoengineering spraying in our skies intended to block out the sun was done to create the right frequency for the demonic reptilian race to exist and emerge. Now, do you understand? And this is an interview with David Icke. Icke, I guess you pronounce it. I haven't heard the whole thing, but the thought, I mean, why? Why would they be so adamant about spraying our skies? They did it up here today. It's all, the whole sky is a muck with these chemtrails. But maybe they are setting the stage. They are, because the reptiles live underground. very much like this Nosferatu movie that I saw. They can't see the daylight. They're not good in daylight. They've been underground for so many, probably hundreds of generations, that they can't really exist above ground. So why so they block out the sun? This is an idea that never occurred to me, but it is something to keep in mind, that they could be, and this is not to scare people, because I believe that they are being destroyed. And that's what Charlie Freak was saying. He's saying that we already got these creeps, but for sure they're not being sent the kind of food that they were being sent under Biden. Or Biden, you had hundreds of thousands of children coming up without parents that just disappeared. Where did they go? They went to satisfy Mulek and the Baal, whatever, these sicko reptilian descendants of Cain and Abel. We are the descendants of Abel and Seth. And today was the last day of Passover, by the way. This evening marks the end of the 8 days of Passover. So if any time would be a time of, remember, this would be after the sea split, after Egypt was totally destroyed, just like the deep state is being totally annihilated. Epstein, all of it, their banksters, their pharmaceuticals, their food, their poison food that they produce, their entire medical system is being laid to waste, is being cremated by the light of day. They are all being exposed. The legal system, the government, the corporate system, which is an illegal governance that has nothing to do with reality. What's that law? Remember that they were talking about today? There was some law that said that the experts from all these fields could pass laws, and it was kosher. It's not. You know what I'm talking about. Probably somebody knows. Their appearance must be hideous. That's what Charlie Freak says. That's what we have been led to believe. They are smelly. They are disgusting. They are big. They have big, like they have teeth that are designed for tearing and ripping. These are man eaters, and they, they have tails. I heard once that that the way to kill one, if you, God forbid, if you ever were exposed to one, is that under their arms there's some sort of sac that if you can get them there, that might kill them. I don't know. Danielle and I are doing a little bit of a deep dive into this area of interest by watching movies, some of the movies that Charlie Freak had recommended, like Nosferatu we just got finished with. This is a real thing, these vampires. This is a movie in my opinion, worth seeing. To understand the power. These people create wars just so they have food. And this is another aspect of it. It's not just to make money off us. That they don't need the money. They print money. They don't need money. They need food. And what they like to eat is little children and people. They like to eat them alive. This is a layer of information that most people are not really ready to accept. That's why Q says the end is not for everyone. But you and I, we've been through this, and this is not our thing. Oh, mama, can this really be the end? I don't want to get a strike against me on YouTube. Hopefully YouTube is thinking about, monetizing me. I mean, it's been like, 10 years or whatever I've been on the outs. And I think it was Captain Kyle was saying, why are we patronizing Tucker Carlson when the guys who have been there, like guys like me, I'm not saying that I'm some unusual dude or anything, but we haven't been paid in years, and we still do it because we love people and we want people to understand what's really going on. It's just our thing. And oh, mama, you know what I'm saying? One can count on whatever they tell us what's going on. It's not what's going on. That's exactly right. Their appearance must be hideous. I think so, Trinity. Good to see you, by the way. Jasper Truth just published a horrifying report on the vitamin K shot. Yeah, I mean, these people, they're insane. Glad to hear you live tonight. Thanks. Hey, Grandma Linda. Thanks so much for coming. Melania confirms she did not meet Trump through Epstein, right? I mean, this is the kind of stupidity these people put out. So, yeah. I also want to mention, okay, so let me take a slight commercial break. I was just thinking of Linda because I know Linda likes the patches, but let me put this little piece up. And by the way, if you call Dr. Stacy and you want to sign up under Daniela, she's becoming, like we are neck and neck in terms of our ability to produce an income from LifeWave. It's not huge, but it's enough to keep us in cookies.
Yeah, I'm almost a 1-star director.
She's almost a 1-star director. What am I? 3-star?
2-star.
2-star. She's catching up to me. But if you want to sign up, but here's the thing: the water filter, this new water filter that takes out microplastics, that infuses the water molecule, this X2O machine, with light, that has 100% effect. Like everyone who drinks it feels the energy right away. They have 100% apparently of people that drink this water. This is a new machine by David Schmidt that has just come out. They sold out on the first day. How many did they say?
2 hours.
In 2 hours. How many? 2,000?
2 hours.
In 2 hours, they sold out all the water machines.
I'm on the wait list.
So Daniela's on the wait list. She still has a PayPal account, so she wants to invest in one of these light machines. We benefit, you benefit. It's definitely a step up from the what's the other one you always want me to buy? The Kenyan. I think it's a big step up from the Kenyan because David Schmidt has actually figured out a way to infuse light into the water molecule itself. They say you should not drink this water after 3 o'clock in the afternoon because you won't be able to sleep. I mean, but it's sold out instantly. You can get on. I think if you could sign up to be put on the list, but this is going to be a very hot item and could be absolutely transformative in terms of health, with all the patches, with the X39 to reset your stem cells. This whole technology goes against the grain of Rockefeller medicine, where you ingest a pill to help you stand the symptoms that come from their treatments. Like they'll kill you with their chemotherapy. Danielle and I are watching. We watch movies and stuff sometimes. Not really that often, but certainly not every night. But at least once a week, we do watch things, and we marvel. Now they have to disclose everything on these drug commercials. They're like, well, it may destroy your kidney, but used in correct dosages, it's probably not going to kill you, at least not right away. I mean, this is just the way they're presenting, and this is truth. This is they're saying the truth. Maybe the white hats are encouraging people to understand that your medicines are not designed to help you. They're designed to keep you in a certain pathway of illness so that the creepazoid pharmaceutical industry and the doctors who work for them, the drug pushers, can profit. So I don't know if I'll ever get monetized on YouTube now after saying that, but they're very sensitive. That's the thing that they always get me in. They always take my videos down because medical misinformation. You can't speak, you can't say anything against the doctors. they are the lords of the world. It's like we surrendered our lives to the great doctor with in a peaceful way. I mean, I always imagined when I was a child, I just had this vision in my head that that I knew Holocaust was going to come back. So I said, when the Holocaust comes, man, I'm going to have I'm going to have a gun, and I'm not going down. I'm not just going to get on the train. And that's what everybody did. Oh, there's COVID's coming. You have to get vaccinated. And they told me, either you get vaccinated or you lose your job. I said, yeah, it's a very easy decision. I'm out. I'll see you guys later. It was wonderful working in the Department of Education. And someday I believe I will get paid back for this illicit terminating of my my brilliant career as a wannabe effective teacher. I mean, that was my goal. It's like to get an E rating on something was, to me, it was like, that's like getting an A. I said last night that I said today during the Republic meeting that I I used to have to take a lot of college courses when I was an educator, and 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 in one of these courses about education, the professor called my house and said to me, "Yeah, you okay?"
So, yeah, that was
About
Julie from the Zoom thing.
okay. Um,
She's getting laid to rest on the 18th.
oh, Julie, right? Julie Harris, a dear,
Yeah,
me-
because her
a
cause
dear,
of death was heart related.
a dear member
She
of
passed
our
away.
our tribe has passed away. She was back in the day. She used to come on. We did a lot of Zoom videos about her. She would take in horses that nobody else wanted, and she's just very kind, sweet, smart person. But apparently, she she's being laid to rest. So we all mourn the passing of our dear sister Julie Harris. Just she was just amazing. She was an amazing person. I haven't actually spoken to her in a while because I tried to do this sort of Zoom meeting every week, and it was really wonderful to hang out with people and like close, but it just didn't really pan out in the long run. Anyway, I wanted to relate this one story that this professor called my house and said to me, she said, please don't talk in class anymore. You're upsetting the students. Can you imagine in academia being told your ideas are too radical for our, we don't want to think about that. That's how disgustingly proletariat. I'm not proletariat. I mean, proletariats are good. How disgustingly ghoulish the educational community had become. And this was in Brooklyn, New York. So I said, fine. I said, okay, I won't talk anymore. And she gave me an A. It was like one of the few A's I've ever received in my lifetime. I got a straight A by not participating in class. I mean, is this world upside down or what? But we're coming into the promised land, and things are moving fast. I heard today telling people about natural cures is how desperate these parasites are. Right. Anyone telling people about natural cures is now a criminal. Right. Well, I'm amongst them. I've lost my YouTube channel. I've lost my job. They treated me, by the way, when I was being fired, they treated me like a pariah. Like, oh, it's they had to wear garlic around their neck. Actually, garlic, they probably wouldn't wear garlic. They would wear plastic. They had to wear plastic bottles around their neck, around Mr. Weber. Watch the water. Yeah. The military psyop continues. Trump is the front man. His accomplishments are many. This is nice, Matt Myers Brown. Be more, be more. His accomplishments many. We're winning. Many things that are being made to look like failures are part of the plan. Trust the plan. That's like in my case with this thing with the mortgage becoming due and having my land being threatened to auction. This is all part of the plan, and it's all for good. Chemo is evil. It's weaker form of mustard gas. Right. I don't doubt it. And I heard, yeah, anyone telling people schools are indoctrination camps, get your kids out. Right. But when I was a teacher, that, to say that would have been treated with, I would have been in the principal's office. That's what used to happen. I would go to professional development sessions, and they would ask me, I told you the story. They would say, Mr. Weber, what do you think? I'd be like, yeah, yeah, nice. They're like, no, Mr. Weber, really, what do you think? I'm like, yeah, I think it's great, great. Mr. Weber, what do you think? What do you really think? Yeah, I like it. I think it was a great presentation. Mr. Weber, really, what do you think? Well, if you really, really want my honest opinion, I think this is just a bunch of, and I would have said it in a very clinical kind of, educational ease sort of way. And they would go, Mr. Weber, come with us. You're coming to the principal. It's just like, that was the level of disrespect that I was kind of got used to in the Department of Education. It was just like I was dodging bullets all day. But yeah, the whole system is going down now, and it's a good thing. Let me get back to this thought stream. Let's see, can I scroll? Yeah, this is somebody from Iran, an Iranian. This is a shocking thing. Shocking. And this is so typical of the deep state creepazoid parasite reptilians. Shocking timing exposed. Pfizer's new Lyme's disease vaccine. I mean, does it get any creepier than this? Is set to launch just as farmers discover mysterious boxes of live ticks deliberately dumped on their land. One of the reasons I left the Northeast was because of the ticks, because I love to be in the woods. And every time I went in the woods, and especially when I would take my boy into the woods, I'd be like, make sure, check yourself for ticks. Don't walk in the tall grass. We're in enemy territory. But these were designed. These are bioweapons. How sick. And we're just now figuring it out. And now they're coming up the sky so that because the reptilians have to come up, they have to come up. You'll be able to smell them from a mile away. I don't know if I don't think that. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that you would have to have some pretty advanced weaponry, in my opinion. I'm guessing, to be able to really battle with these creatures. Anyone telling people about natural cures, right? Schools are indoctrination camps, insidious, right? Ticks are sprayed out as chemtrails. Yeah, they're insane. These beings are insane. You can't. Is somebody was talking about the reptilians today, and they were saying these people and entities, meaning that they're described as lower fourth density beings. If you see Nosferatu, I think Charlie did a good thing recommending that video. I want to watch this Dungeons and Dragons thing about these parasites, but this is really what we're up against. This is the movie. Okay, so let me go do a little more. Maha D-Class coming soon. When will we learn the truth about COVID? When will we hear the truth about the vaccines? When will we hear about all the ways they've been trying to kill us? I present to you the Secretary Kennedy podcast. It's about to get real. All right, man. Totally cool. Watch SpaceX get stuck in the dome before exploding. So we see it out here. We see the spaceship, the trail that it leaves, but the film itself doesn't really get it. Melania, Captain Kyle, there are many dedicated people in government who could leave tomorrow and earn tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars a month as so-called influencers on social media, but they choose to serve the American people instead, all while the so-called influencers talk shit all day long and get paid big money for clicks and impressions. We see you. I'm responding this to remind you, if you're still following the stars are being are being the influencers? Why don't you look at the people that have given up careers making a lot of money and are now a service to you? I mean, duh. Here's an interesting thing about Putin. This is before, this is after. Nothing is what it seemed. There's a lot of central casting going on. Trump makes questions at ambassadors moving about Planned Parenthood. President Trump is going after the baby butchers. Planned Parenthood has been caught harvesting organs from slaughtered infants and selling their tiny body parts for profit. This isn't healthcare. It's demonic factory of infanticide and organ trafficking. Shut them down. Planned Parenthood, like the greatest of the greatest, they're doing such a, the bells, the lack of bells. This is a great thing. Democrats are in full panic mode as the changes at CBS News and 60 Minutes have become apparent. Under the new ownership of Paramount and Larry Ellison, and with his son David, CBS News is now doing real reporting exposing government fraud in California. CNN, is now in our camp. This is how you're going to wake up the normies, if they're going to wake up. Breaking in a massive moment, First Lady Melania Trump demands Congress allow Epstein survivors to publicly testify about what happened to them, saying Epstein did not act alone. This is about to rot DC on 100%. This was a post that we did with members of the Republic. My friends that came they were just so beautiful. I just fell in love with both of them. They were just like the three of them. No, we had three guests, and they were just so beautiful. A post about the authentic Benjamin Franklin throughout the month of April, as we come to know this larger than life man. We really don't know the true beginning of how 13 colonies came together from the pieces of a severed state. I guess Panic in DC. Enjoy the show. Yeah, it's getting real. Congress spent the better part of half a decade trying to pass a framework to onshore the future of finance. It is now time for banking GOP to hold a markup and send the Clarity Act to President Trump's desk. Senate time is precious, and now is the time to act. So it's happening. I mean, everything is happening. Everything that we've been waiting for as a community, the new water filter and light machine X2O is now in production. You can order one now, but they ran through it in 2 hours. They sold 2,000 units. These are 5,400 a pop. You can pay for it on PayPal, but they're according to Dr. Stacy, these are life transforming, and they do not drink them after 3 o'clock. It's a cup of water, but it's like structured water, and they take all the nanoparticles out, all the nanoparticles, I'm pretty sure, but for sure the microplastics. Just getting that out of a cup of water is huge. Now, some people, according to Dr. Stacy, do drink it more than once a day, but in the beginning, if you get one of these machines, if you have the good fortune to be able to pull it off, and you're benefiting our community, you're benefiting myself and Daniela and Dr. Stacy and anybody else who has joined our ranks. If you're sharing these products with other people, all power to you. You can share the water machine, and you make a nice commission on that. So I encourage people to really sign up and become involved in this as a side gig. But you're really helping people with their health. You're helping people get younger. There's the Y age patch, which is glutathione, eon, and carnosine. Tremendous bunch of patches. I'm healing my lower back pain from building and lifting rocks and big heavy boards and beams and stuff. it seemed I was using carnosine, which is not the usual patch to put at the base of your spine, but I switched to Eon today, and I really had a very pleasant day. So if you're in pain and you're taking Tylenol, please check out the LifeWave product. It's so much better for you. Just call Dr. Stacy. She'll tell you whatever it is that you might want to consider. We invite you to come and just talk to her and see what she recommends. But this is a technology that is going to make the future. Now, when are the med beds going to come out? I don't know. But until they do, and probably even after they do, you want to be patching it. You want to have patches on your body. It just makes all the difference. And we also have another product. I'm going to be talking with Norman. I don't like to mention it on this channel, but there's another product that produces glutathione. It's a product that's been used in Europe and Mexico and South America very heavily in the last 20, 30 years. But we have it now, and you can call my friend Norman and order this incredible thing. We do this in conjunction with the LifeWave patches, and Daniela finds it really helps with her speech, and it's just another. We wake up in the morning and we drink some of these precursors, the glutathione precursors. It's a whey protein with a booster package, and we shake it up with a little ice cube, and it just starts the day out right. We don't generally eat. I usually don't eat until about around noon. Daniela doesn't like to eat till about 4 o'clock. So we generally fast during the morning, but we do drink a little bit of this Immunitech, and that's another product that we'll be talking about. If you're interested in that product, come tomorrow at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'll be talking to Norman, God willing, if I got the timing right, because I also have a meeting with Kelby Smith also as well. I don't know if you remember Kelby, but Kelby is very into the state sovereignty of becoming a state citizen. Yeah, I guess a citizen. I have to be careful about the words. I'm learning all this. I do want to read the books. They have some books for the public. I haven't read them yet, but we are planning to read them. Daniela, let's order those copies, okay, baby?
To order what?
Those books.
No, we don't have to. Someone's sending it.
Oh, somebody's sending us. Somebody's nice enough sending it. We also started waiving our Adrian, a nice woman named Adrian from the Republic, sent us a very big flag, a very expensive flag. So I'm flying the flag of Republic up on the mountainside. I just have to adjust it somewhat. It was too much for my flagpole, but I'm going to figure it out. Anyway, when I see her, she always has MS now on these people are sick and traitors, fake news. Yeah, right. Okay, Brett Cole and Murray G are angels. All my mom watches are MSNOW. Right. Yeah, I know it's so frustrating. My mom's like that too, but she at least doesn't watch. My mom, she's 95. She's into westerns. I'm like, Mom, what are you doing tonight? She's like, I'm going to watch a Western. I think I've seen it before, but I'm going to watch it again. She just likes Westerns. I like to live like in a Western way. Klaus Schwab looks like Nosferatu. Yeah, exactly. Borax. Yeah. Yeah. We do a lot with Borax too. Ticks are sprayed. Yeah. It's just they're just beyond. They're beyond the beyond. But we are watching these movies, and we are there's another conspiracy movie we're watching that dealt with removing empathy through chemical means, removing empathy from people, and that may be kind of what the vaccine does. That's why this lawyer was screaming at me. I mean, that wasn't screaming, but he was like very upset that I didn't pay my mortgage. He's like, why would you do that? He's just like, it's incomprehensible to a normie that, well, I did it because I didn't want to. I didn't want to pay my mortgage anymore. I know it's an illegal thing. I'm not going to say that to the lawyer. He wouldn't understand what the hell I'm talking about. But I'm like, the mortgage is illegal. Okay, so now I'm in a situation where I have to sell some land. Thank God I have land to sell. But I wouldn't have had land to sell if I didn't jump on this a couple of years ago. If I didn't see this property and say, I want that. And I traded away my gold. I survived. I had to spend all my silver to keep up here. And I was able to pay off, over $90,000 by having gold to live on, gold and silver to live on while I was paying off these mortgages. But now I'm being forced to have to deal with it. So, okay, so we'll deal with it. But it's a beautiful world, and do not be afraid to take a chance. Do not be afraid. There's this wonderful post from Zachary Fisher. He's always pushing the idea that we are becoming who we are supposed to be. It's not like, do not wait to be saved. Like, save yourself now. Jump into something, and don't be afraid to try something new. If you want to come out here and build a house, man, I'll show you exactly what I do. I mean, it's pretty cool, man. You don't have to spend hundreds of thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars on building a house for a couple, maybe, I don't know, $5,000 worth of material, but whatever. You just panels, solar panels. I would like to teach people how to do this, how to grow a garden up here, how to use your gray water to water the garden. Every time we take a shower, we're watering the garden, and the gray water goes underneath the garden. So it's a pretty interesting technology. I don't think I've developed it to its highest potential, but I'm working on it. The reptiles can only attack with our consent through fear. That's interesting. Just say, no, I don't consent, and they have to stop, or they get the boot. It's an aspect of prime directive that they must comply with. That's very interesting. Thank you, Zeta Boy. So just say, I don't comply. I don't agree to this. The woman in Nosferatu, she gave her life to save others. When I see her, she always, Brett, listen, man. I mean, it's the same with my sister and her prepper husband. They watch Fox News, and they're still worried that the world is coming to an end. I don't see it. So any deep desire for a particular tune tonight? You want to hear Language of the Heart? So if Grandma Linda's still here, I'll play Language of the Heart. I think that's maybe really appropriate right now. Ellie, you should try to release your songs. It was so well. Yeah, I know. It's just one of those things. I guess I'll get to it. I don't even know what that means anymore. I mean, my friend Sean is in the music business. He says no one's making money anymore. You can't make a living on your songs. I really want to finish the Great Awakening song. That's I've been, when I get the mortgage straightened out and all these things, we're really almost finished with the second floor, with the floor of the second floor, and then we'll be building a roof and putting in windows on the second floor. So it's very exciting. I don't want to lose my property. So if you're interested in buying it, call me. Let's make a deal. I have 80 acres I could potentially sell. If you want to buy 40, if you want to buy 80, talk to me. Let's just get this thing done. It would be beneficial to you guys. I could show you what to do. You might know already, but or you could just hold the land for when you're ready. So yeah, contact me, Kabbalah Guru at gmail.com if you want to discuss buying the thing, but it has to be done really quick. So if you have a bunch of silver you could sell, maybe, that's what I did. I cashed in my silver and I got some land, and I'm not sorry. Okay, so yeah, the house is really coming out amazing. Wait till you see the second floor. I mean, you think the first floor is nice? Oh my God, the second floor is the view up there is I've never seen anything like it except on the top of Bear Mountain in New York. They have an outdoor house, like a ranger's house, that is very tall house, and the views from that house, like, rival mine. But my view is more of a western mountainous view than an eastern view where you can't see as far. From my second floor, you could see for miles. So, I love to build. I love to design. I was a contractor for 20 years. So, and I really enjoyed designing window situations for people and building additions. I just didn't like the business. So here I don't have to deal with the business. I just have to deal with my beautiful partner when she gets hungry, when she's ready to eat. We cook. And yeah, new morning. Okay, so let's do new morning. You got it. And this is a new morning. It's a new day. Remember, Trump said Easter. Somebody reminded me of that. It wasn't my thought, but okay. So let's go here.
Dawn. The night was hotter than hell and forever long. I can see the first light breaking through the trees. I feel the changes in the cool breeze of freedom. It's a new morning. We never saw it coming, hiding in plain sight. Banksters taking power, stealing our lives. They were looking to bury us in debt, shame and fear. But our roots grew stronger as we reached into the air with freedom. Freedom. And it's a new morning. It's a new each day we're rising up in this world with the power of love, with the power of peace, the power of joy, the power of truth. It's a new morning. It's a new morning. It's a new
So yeah, it is a new morning, and nothing can stop what's coming. and you are the one, and we are, even in this like dark moment where I'm trying to figure out how to find somebody to buy my place. And I don't really want to I don't want to really sell my land, but that's what God wants. So maybe I'll have some kind of unusual neighbor or situation out of it, but I'll be able to keep my house, and that's really important. I don't want to have to give up my land. Did I do something that no normie would ever think of doing? Absolutely. Do I regret it? No. I fully intended that. Fully expected that the dinar would be revalued and all this other stuff, and it may be before the date. I may have to say, you know what, I really can't sell because I got all this money and I don't have to anymore. So if you are interested, jump on it right away, because it's going to be gone in a couple days at the latest, and I want to pay off my land and just keep building and designing and creating, as we all want to do, and we all will be doing, and we all are doing. So may the force be with you. Use the force. May you know that you are the force. You are a power to be reckoned with. No reptilian, apparently no reptilian, can mess with you. Just say, I don't comply with your whatever, your smelly self. Go away. And may source be with you. May you realize that you are an intimate and intricate and woven. You are woven into the very fabric of creation. You're not, in my way of looking at the divine, there's no real separation. It's not like, I mean, I do pray to God when I'm outside. I do say, please, God, help us. We need your help. But I think in essence, I really believe that it's just like Ezra Mohawk. I don't know if you know who she is, but she used to sing back as a backup singer with the Grateful Dead. But she was a friend of mine, and she used to get so pissed off because at the time I was in Nashville, this was years ago, there was a song called From a Distance. And she just like, fuck that, man. God ain't from a distance. God is right here, right now. It just is. And we're all part of it. So let's get out there with a big smile on our face. I will be back Saturday night. I won't be broadcasting tomorrow. Danielle and I are planning to go on a date at some point this weekend. So I owe her that. It's just, she's been such a good partner up here and living up here, and it's not a palatial. Somebody was saying I have a rich. Yeah, maybe, but it's not. We're not living in a palace up here. We're living in an RV, and we're doing the best. And she's just a really good sport. So let's get out there. I'll see you guys Saturday night. Let's get out there with a big smile on our face.